Hi there everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a quick diamond paint with me, and I'm doing this whole painting. So this is my beach fall painting because it's got the pumpkins and stuff. So I'm doing this whole painting using the metal spacer. What I am finding is that it looks absolutely beautiful, but the grid doesn't exactly fit. So like when I'm placing this down on the next line, it is a little bit off, but I'm okay with it because all of the drills line up together really well, and when I hold it up and look at it, I'm not seeing the numbers underneath, right? I mean, like if you really look, you can see some of them, but in the whole scope of things, you don't see them. So, but I really do like the look that the spacer gives you because everything's so uniform. Now it does matter how you place it down. You can't just willy-nilly place this down. You have to butt it up against the next the line you just finished properly, or else you will have a line where it's like more gap than normal. And I had that down here, but then I moved, I took my little white thing and kind of moved them down. But so you do have to pay attention. I do like it also because it helps me. I have sometimes I don't see when there's a little bit of flashing on the sides of the drills, and so this is actually helping me, because if it doesn't fit inside the grid properly, it's a trash drill, obviously. So it is helping me kind of with that. So I'm getting ready to move this, take this off and move it up one line, or one section. But I wanted to do it on camera because I'm not sure, like I've never seen anybody use these. I know that people use them, don't get me wrong, but I've never like watched a video where somebody's used them. So I don't know how they're taking them off. What I found, the easiest and the fastest way to remove it without popping off all of your drills, moving it, is I take my roller. Right, first, after you get it all on there, you take your roller and you push them all down as best as you can. And you're always going to hear some sort of crunching, just because the metal, gets warped while you use it, so it'll move around sometimes, like up and down, I guess. So what I do is I take my roller and I roll while I'm pulling up, if you can see what I'm doing here. So as I'm pulling this up, I'm making sure that these stay down. So it makes it kind of easier. And there's one that didn't come up. Makes it kind of easier. It also allows me to make sure that any that are stuck in the grid itself, in the spacer itself, gets placed down, rather than pulling up and getting stuck. Because when I first started doing it, they were getting stuck in the grid pattern and weren't staying on the canvas. So doing it this way, I am able to keep them on there and keep them spaced, right? So I do that, and then I'm going to turn this around just because it's easier for me to see it. I'm going to remove all of these, and then I'm going to replace it down to my next section. So taking this like so, I am kind of putting it at an angle, and I'm putting it, lining it up with the drills that are on the canvas already. Not only am I lining it up with them, but I'm also looking to make sure that, I'm also looking to make sure that they're lining up so that they're centered rather than off to one side. And I'm having trouble holding the canvas while I'm doing this, by the way. But so I've got them lined up with it, and then I push them against, if you can see, I push them against my drills and then lay it down. And then what I do is, first I cover the excess here, and you'll see why in a minute, because I had my roller stick when I didn't cover that. So I am covering up the excess, and then I'm taking my roller, just butted up against the drills that I already have laying down, and I'm rolling that down. And like I said, it's because the metal will bend as you use it, and sometimes it won't lay straight. So there you go. So now I have my my next portion set up for me to diamond paint, and I'm gonna zoom in for you guys, because now you'll see that it is a little bit off. They are a little bit higher than where the drill field is, but I think that's because of the canvas and the spacing. Now if I would have used a smaller size one, I might have been able to keep it better in line with the grid on the canvas. So I might do that next time around, is use the smaller one. But this fit the whole canvas, so that's why I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna use that, and I'm gonna turn it around this way so that I can diamond paint a little with you guys, and it's not hanging, like I'm not messing up the bottom of the canvas by me leaning on it, so to speak. So I'm just going to do a little bit of color here. Where am I on the canvas? So I'll do some of this brown that's in here. D is number 11, so let me grab the color real quick. And you'll see it, like sometimes when you pop it in there in the grid, it kind of sits on an angle. So I wind up using my roller quite a bit during this. And I'm using my pen because it's way easier to use a pen with this than it is to use tweezers. Although, I mean, I did do some of it with tweezers. But you can see, so like as I'm doing that, they're kind of lining up like at an angle. So I will go back, I'll get some done, and then I'll go and I'll roll it, because sometimes the drills are a little bit bigger than the grid. See, and you hear that pop in there, because they'll sit on top of the metal. So you need to like make sure that they fit inside the little metal hole. So that's why it's easier to use a pen than it is tweezers. But it does help you line everything up really nice. So like when I got this canvas, I got that Sun and Moon, like basically black and white one or black and off-white one, with this one. And so I'm definitely going to use a placer, a metal spacer with that one, because that is a lot of the same color, and I want it to look as even as possible. I did try using a multi-placer with this, and because when you use a multi-placer, all of your drills kind of squeeze together, it doesn't really work very well. And I'll grab my multi-placer real quick. Oh, I don't have any wax in that. Maybe I do in this one. Yeah, I do in this one. I'll grab and I'll change color so that you can see what I'm talking about if you wanted to multi-place with this. Now, I don't use a big multi-placer. I just have like a metal 4-placer. So let me grab C, which is number 10. And, but it doesn't, the way that you pick up your drills. So here, I'll show you. You see that? And I have 4 right there. They're on my multi-placer. You go to put them down in here, and they don't really go in all the way. You kind of have to, you still have to kind of put them in there. So if you wind up using a multi-placer with the metal spacer, just be aware that they're going to sit on the metal. So you need to go back and make sure that they fit in the holes. Because if they're just sitting on top of the metal, they're not sticking to your canvas. So you want to make sure that they're falling inside of your grid, you know? See what I mean? So you can single place or you can multi-place. It's up to you. It just depends on how much extra work you want to put into it, right? Like I said, because if you're doing a multi-placer, there's extra work that needs to be done when getting them to fit inside your little grid here. So, because all multi-placers, whether you use metal ones or plastic ones, they will kind of make the drills closer together. That's why you get gaps when you multi-place, so you have a gap for your, you know, if you're just doing a 4-placer, so after those 4 you'll have a gap, and then you'll have your next 4. So it all depends on you know, what kind of work you want to put in for the spacing afterwards. But you can use your multi-placer, like I said, if that's something that you want to do. You definitely can do it. You just have to make sure that you're make sure that they are fitting inside that grid, or else, if not, they're just sitting on top of that metal. You know what I mean? So I hope everybody's doing well. I know I didn't ask that yet. I'm recording this before I go to work, so my mindset is kind of like on this, but also on getting ready for work, because I have to leave very soon. But you can see using a metal placer, or spacer I should say, is does make the canvas look really well, really good. You know, it does help give you a clean look to it. So I mean, I like it. I actually, because I like to have everything placed, you know, as well as I can do it, using a metal placer like this, or metal spacer, is very pleasing to me. So I might use it probably more than what I thought I would, because it makes, I don't know, it makes me, it satisfies me, if that makes sense. It gives me satisfaction that they're spaced very well. So but I like it. And I know that, you know, other YouTubers that I've watched who have tried metal placers like on their own, metal spacers on their own, they have said that sometimes, depending on the way the canvas is printed, sometimes they don't fit the grid pattern perfectly. So you have to be willing to kind of try them out and figure out which one fits your painting correctly, you know. I really do like this painting. This painting's really pretty. It's one that I got off of Amazon, and the drills are good. The canvas is really nice. I like it. I don't have much to talk about, sorry. I was like kind of focusing on this. I didn't even realize that I wasn't talking there for a minute. But I didn't even realize it. I'm trying to think of what, so I just, you know, you guys saw that I just finished the pirate ship. So, I'm trying to figure out which next painting I want to do a series on. So I have one that I've had for a while that is a nice, I think would be good for autumn, so I might grab that one. We'll see. I'm not quite sure which one I want to work on yet. You know what I mean? Like, I got so many of them, so I'm not sure. I dropped my baggie of drills. There we go. Got it. Or, not the ones that I was working on, just another bag. So pretty. Aren't those colors really, really pretty? I think they are. I think they're pretty. So I'm going to do just a little bit more on this, and then I'll zoom out and show you what I've got done so far, because I won't do another, you won't see this again until I do a finished video. And I have this one, and I have another one that I want to show you guys that I meant to show you a while ago and just kept forgetting about it, and so I need to show you the finish of it. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what painting I want to do next as a series. I mean, I still have my Pomelius flower that I'm working on. So that one's still, I'm still working on that one, but I need another one or two more to rotate. So I have to figure out which ones I want to do. You can hear as I push them into the spot that they're supposed to be in. You can hear them kind of pop when I get them into the right spot. So I just realized you guys don't really see me multi-place there very often, do you? Because I single place pretty much everything. I don't multi-place very often at all. So I hope everybody's doing well. I don't know if I asked you that, so I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys, your week has started off pretty good, and you guys are having fun on a daily basis. You really should, you know. Don't take things so seriously all the time. I sound serious all the time, but I don't, and I am a pretty serious person, but I don't take everything seriously. I've been kind of stressed out a little bit more recently. I have a headache right now. My anxiety's really getting to me. I've been getting kind of sick going out of the house. Hate it. I don't like it when that happens, but I'm just trying to deal with it as it goes. Trying not to let it get to me too bad, but yeah, my head hurts. My head does not feel good because I'm anxious about going to work. I get like that every time I have to leave the house. I mean, I get stressed out even you know, when I'm going out, like to the grocery store or whatever. I don't see, it's not as bad when I'm with my husband, but it does, you know, I still get nauseous going out of the house. But it's weird because I want to go out of the house. I want to do things, but I get kind of stressed out about it. All right, well, I'm going to zoom this out. First of all, I'm going to roll these in there so that they don't pop out. Like so. I'm going to zoom back out so that you guys can see what it's looking like. Because you'll see it, you know, I'll do a completion on this, but you can see what it's looking like so far. It's really pretty. I love all these colors in it. And then, again, this is what we just did. So, as you can see, if you use a multi-placer, it still does go pretty quick. And, you know, using the metal spacer allows you, excuse me, to not have a lot of gaps. Again, I use the roller as I'm pulling it up. So that helps me to keep all of the drills in place. And I think, I don't know, what do you guys think? I think it's looking really good. I can zoom back in so you can see some of what I've put down. I think that the spacing looks really good. I'm not upset at it at all. And I just want to note here, if you see this anchor on the pumpkin, this is the first budget painting that I've gotten off of Amazon that has ABs. So this orange here, and it's on the star on this pumpkin down here, these are actually AB drills. And I think I mentioned that when I did the unboxing for this. So this is the first budget diamond painting that I've gotten that had AB drills in it. And I am really loving it. Really, really loving it. I'll have in the description below the link for this as well, because it is, I think it's really, really pretty. And as you saw, I only have a little bit more to go, and yeah, I'll probably do a completion of this one, like a completion review of this one, and maybe the fish one that I have, after I get another one done. So I'll, you know, hopefully it'll be sooner than later, because like I said, I hate leaving stuff that's finished and showing you guys, you know, a long period of time afterwards. So all right, I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you very, very much for joining me for this episode of Diamond Painting with me. Hit that like button, leave a comment. You know, I love the comments. I try to get back to you, everybody, within a week. And if you have subscribed, hit that bell button, and that will give you a notification of when my videos go live. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It really does help me out, and I'd love for you guys to join this community. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.